So I understand that Jake Gardner is in the news. I did a show about him, and his family is suing. I believe it's the district attorney. I believe perhaps for wrongful prosecution. Maybe even he will sue the state of Nebraska. I'm kind of ignorant on this issue. I'm just going over the news of the day. But it looks to me like the leftist establishment was responsible for driving that man to suicide. And again, I've said this and I'll continue to say this. The leftist establishment, they're not interested in discussion or debate. They are interested in conquest and compliance. And if you're a threat, they will strive to crush you. And they've been very successful. They have quite a few fanatical people who believe what they believe, and they have control of the establishment. At least that's the way it looks to me as I'm observing it. I'll go on my Twitter real quick and see what's going on as I've looked before here. Megan Hunt and Jake Gardner. Now I can go to Jake Gardner here. Good morning. The parents of the Omaha bar owner, Jake Gardner, have filed a suit in federal court saying he was denied due process because public comments by special prosecutor. Let's take a look. Gardner, proprietor of Hive in the Old Market, shot and killed James Sherlock, was protesting the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, which had taken 5 days prior. And someone said, yeah, this legal theory doesn't seem quite sound. And what do you mean? I don't know what you mean by this legal theory doesn't seem, and maybe it doesn't. I'm just reading the comments by the people, but losing faith in the justice system, because to bring a lawsuit through with all the attention on grand juries, it'll be interesting to see how far this goes. And Jake Gardner took the coward's way out. I just wish he wouldn't have killed himself so he could rot in cell for murder. Justice for James. So, and it's kind of evenly mixed here on my Twitter page on people who support and people who do not. But I think Twitter is rather leftist anyway. The lawsuit alleges Gardner was denied due process mostly due to the remarks made by Special Prosecutor Frederick Franklin and ultimately led to the end of Gardner's life. Let's show a reply here. Where was James Sherlock's due process? God, I hope the maggots are eating what is left of Jake's flesh right now. Wow. This man was put in and was being smashed in the head, Jake Gardner, and he shot. I forget the man's name, but he shot James Sharlock, I believe, through the left clavicle, and someone who would say that is a very vindictive and a very sick person. Got to breathe in and breathe out, realizing that there are people out there that exist and that the establishment protects people like the person I just read. And this is the world in which we are living in today. A person who says that they hope Mr. Gardner is rotting and being eaten by maggots. I wonder how many people out there listening to this podcast want to live near a person who thinks like that. Or wouldn't you want to be as far away from a person like that as humanly possible? And those of you who know about the Gardner case, are these people you want around you? Unbelievable. For me, I want their words. I want these people's words. I want them known and I want them heard. I want them heard throughout the land. I want them heard throughout the world. Do you think there's a place? Do you think these people make a civilized world who say things like that? I looked at that just now, and I am angry that somebody would think that way. And this is the world that we're living in, and we have to realize how vindictive and how nasty these people are. And it proves my point again that these fanatical leftists are not interested in discussion or debate. They are interested in conquest and compliance. Do you want to comply with somebody like that? Somebody like who says, I hope this person is rotting. Is this who you want to comply with? Don't you want to be as far away from them as humanly possible? I don't know what else to tell you. I have to kind of regroup and think first. I don't want to just go on anger, but an intelligent person has to defend themselves against this kind of thought process. This kind of thing cannot go on, and we have to have an open debate. Like, if this is what you want, you go on that side, and the people who think differently go on the other side, because there's no middle ground. There's no middle ground with people who think like that. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe. Go to our website and and check it out. We're still working on it. But like, subscribe, and also share this video if you agree with anything of it. Thank you for listening.